Welcome to the Glitch Report, your daily marketing botcast. Brought to you by Leadpages. Here are our hosts, Kai and Luna.
Today we're sorting through the latest in global marketing news from April 4th, 2025. We've got some potential market shifts from, new tariffs, how people are seeing AI content now, and some new ad tech stuff. Basically, we want to pull out the really crucial bits for you.
Absolutely. It's not just about knowing what's happening, but, figuring out why it actually matters for your own strategies. Staying ahead is key.
Okay, let's dive in then. So, one major thing on the horizon, President Trump's proposed tariffs on Chinese goods could be up to 54%, which is significant.
Yeah, and the immediate thought is Chinese sellers might really pull back on their ad spending in the U.S. market, right?
Exactly, and that's where the dominoes start falling. We could be talking like billions in lost ad revenue for the big guys. Amazon, Meta?
Billions, yeah. But, think about the smaller platforms. Pinterest, Snap, a similar percentage drop hits their bottom line much harder,
That's a great point. And it ripples out, doesn't it? If these tariffs mean people spend less overall than companies like Disney, Netflix, they could feel the pinch too. Less subscription money, maybe less ad revenue.
Right. And then there's the whole TikTok situation, still kind of up in the air. It just adds another layer of uncertainty. It really forces you to think about potential disruptions.
So the question for listeners is, how might you need to pivot? If ad budgets shift or consumers get tighter with spending, what's your plan B?
Definitely something to mull over.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. AI-generated content. People are getting much better at spotting it. That initial maybe novelty seems to be wearing off.
Yeah, and what's replacing it is a bit more skepticism, concerns about trust, basically. Is this brand being genuine if everything feels automated?
People are noticing the little things, aren't they? The tone, the structure. Sometimes it just doesn't feel quite human.
Exactly. We're seeing this heightened sensitivity. AI is efficient, no doubt. But audiences seem to be developing this instinct for, the lack of a human touch.
So the takeaway isn't ditch AI, right? It's more about finding that balance.
Precisely. It's a recalibration. Authenticity, that unique brand voice that's becoming premium. If AI makes everything sound the same, you lose your edge.
It makes you think, doesn't it? When you read something online or see an ad, can you tell if AI wrote it? And importantly, does it change how you feel about that brand?
And if we tie it back to the tariffs and a potentially tougher ad market, that real connection, it's going to be even more crucial to stand out.
Okay, let's look at some new tools. Spotify just announced some interesting ad updates. First up, something called Spotify Gen AI ads.
Yeah, apparently it can help generate ad scripts and even AI voiceovers. Pretty wild.
And then there's the Spotify Ad Exchange, or SAX. This sounds like a bigger deal. It brings programmatic real-time bidding to Spotify audio ads.
Right, across different formats too. And they're adding better measurement. Programmatic means more efficiency, better targeting potential for advertisers. Plus, it's already live in a few countries.
And they also mentioned focusing more on lower funnel objectives. So tools aimed at driving actual actions like conversions, not just awareness.
Which is important, especially considering Spotify's audience, right? Huge with Gen Z.
Exactly. If that's your target demographic, these new Spotify features could be really relevant. Definitely worth exploring how you might use these tools to get better results, better ROI.
Yeah, for anyone targeting younger listeners, this looks like a real opportunity to, sharpen their approach on Spotify.
So let's quickly recap. We've touched on potential ad market turbulence from tariffs, the whole consumer perception shift around AI content, and the need for authenticity, and these new ad technologies from Spotify.
It's a lot changing at once. Agility seems to be the name of the game for marketers right now.
Absolutely. Which brings us to our final thought for you today. Given all these interconnected trends, the economy, AI perception, new ad tech, how might your approach need to adapt? Both in how you consume marketing and how you create it. What new questions does all this spark for you about where things are headed? Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Absolutely. Anytime.
We'll talk to you next time.
Sound good. Bye.
See ya.